trip in the Wayback Machine. Yeah, I know.
That was so last decade.
Oh, hey, look, hey, this looks very cool. I hate you, Microsoft. Yeah! I have no product key. I even paid for this. They didn't give me a product key, and I don't know why.
Because they want you to pay. They want you to pay for it again.
Because they always try to screw.
Alright, let's see what was good from last year that I didn't hit. We already saw that. Oh, it doesn't have the videos because they don't embed when I started a new platform. I can tell you what's going on. Let's do that one. There was another good one. I can show you.
Sword shot.
Nah, that one was actually pretty boring. See, there's the compensating I was telling you about. This was a good one, but very kind of dry. Carl Sagan I love. Here's Galaxy Class Megas.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go back to Gurren Lagann because we all love that.
Yes.
GL. Galaxy Explode.
Galaxies exploded.
Alright, so here's the video from it. After they have this battle, the galaxy that they were just standing on explodes and explodes and explodes. Kaboom!
God.
It's astrophysics, and there was much rejoicing. Alright. So going back to this, what's the problem with that? That was right here where I just showed that video. The explosion took 9 frames per second and 30 frames a second. That means that explosion, to go from the center of it all the way to the outside, took 0.3 seconds. There's this thing you may have heard of called relativity.
Yes.
It means you can't travel faster than the speed of light. So the actual size of that explosion is limited by how fast it could have started in the center and gotten out. So 0.3 seconds times the speed of light, which is 3.0 times 10 to the 8th meters per second, gives you the radius of that galaxy. It turns out it's only 90 million meters. Only.
That's not, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking back there to see, I know there's a physics major back there, and she's not even smiling like, hee stupid anime. So apparently she hasn't gotten far enough in physics to really be good at looking at units and going, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. You'll get there if you're not. It'll poison you too. Screw electricity. There's no batteries in planets. So doing the same thing I did, but backwards for the whole mecha to the size of the galaxy, this means that it's 5 times 10 to the 12 times smaller than a real galaxy. That's actually pretty tiny. It's only 4 times the distance from here to the moon. That's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, the moon's in our cosmic backyard. We're not even to the next nearest star yet, which is millions of times further than that. So that one is
I have a
pretty
question.
sad. Yes?
How many tiny galaxies would it make to make a universe-sized Gurren Lagann?
I should redo that, but you could actually do it with just about all the galaxies in one universe. Yeah.
When it exploded like that, when it goes supernova or red black?
Supernova is one star. Explosions don't make black holes. Gravity makes black holes. Normally when you have a star, everything's balanced by 2 forces. Going back to the very first thing I did, which you have the kind of down force of gravity and the up force of something else. Because we're not moving right now, thankfully, the down force of gravity, you know, like the Schwartz, the upside and the downside, the down force of gravity is being balanced by the up force of, in the Earth, of energy in the center. All of a sudden, there's no more heat, and gravity wins. It can get down to the point where it's like this, where there's basically things bumping up against one another to stop it. There can be different kinds of neutron degeneracy and electron degeneracy, which is weird quantum stuff. I'm not going to discuss it more than mentioning a name. But it stops the star from contracting further. But if gravity can squish even those, nothing in the known universe can stop it. Gravity wins, and it gets so dense that at the surface of it, nothing, not even light, could escape, and that's a black hole. That's not what happened when a galaxy explodes. What happens when a galaxy explodes is anime. So, different scenarios. Yeah?
Well, though I think that your muted sound did have one thing. I mean, there's no sound in space.
In this, that one. Again, it was just a ripping thing. And that's one of those obvious ones, so like, I could include this, but everybody that's ever done something like this for any space thing has already covered that. I mean, Star Wars, Star Trek. Sound in space is always done, unless you're 2001: A Space Odyssey. Or Firefly. Or Firefly. Excellent job. Any other questions? I like science.
Can I get your autograph?
Get my autograph, sure. It's not worth anything.
You're better than my science teacher.
I was inspired by a science teacher, so hopefully I inspired some of you. Most of you look too old to be now just choosing career paths, but if you are, science is cool even if hard. And mathy. You got a certain place in here?
We're going computer science.